Okay, so we are on. So last game session we had our vegan private detective,
I hope
beat
she
up,
dies.
and the non-binary hacker. They were investigating several cases of missing children. By the end of the first game session, they had some clues, and tonight we are going to follow up on those clues and let's see who dies. Of course, Riley Wilson will die because he's a non-binary hacker.
Yeah.
The vegan private detective, I'll leave it up to Elias Marwood. He will fill.
Elias is paying for everything. That's kind of the
Yeah.
key point.
So
And properly speaking, I probably shouldn't even be working the case, but I am anyway because I know the guy who actually works it is kind of a jerk and won't get anything done. So
yeah, precisely.
Okay, so
Mine was vegan,
I
so
kind
I'm
of
better.
remember there were some plans to be.
Okay, we followed the Matilda race lead, but we found her dead. I don't know if we found any leading at her
Yes,
apartment.
you
yeah, we
found
found the
you found
photograph.
that photograph
Hmm.
that caught your attention, and it shows her with Jonathan Thorne, who is he owns Vitalux and
Oh, okay,
a
that's
company that owns Adrena Farm. So that
yeah.
seems to be
Yep.
promising. Yeah.
And we also found out there's some kind of farm or something where they're supposedly producing the
Hmm.
stuff. I seem to vaguely
And
recall
there's
that.
also a support group. I don't know if we are going to follow that lead. A support group for the parents of missing children.
Yeah, there was a support group where the mother of the first children, well, the one that hired Jack,
Yeah,
she mentioned she was in a support group and she met two other couples. I remember, well, there are two different couples. One is the Marcus Ruiz parents. The other ones, I don't remember their names, but they are
there was
in.
also Patel, right?
Yeah, Patel. Yes, that's it.
I think I actually posted a short summary.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, the scenario concerns investigation of the disappearance of a 12-year-old girl, Sophie Henshaw, in the city of Portland, Oregon. It begins with Elias Marwood, an occultist whose sister disappeared years ago and has never been found. He has a drinking problem, and in the dark of night, he has a disturbing dream of a young blonde haired girl being tortured by hooded figures, slowly draining her of blood. He
Yeah.
recognized a Moloch worship ritual, and his attempt to intervene fails, and he wakes in a pool of sweat. The next day, former police officer and current private detective Jack Donovan gets a visitor, a Miss Clara Henshaw. She is the mother of a missing child, Sophie. So Jack agrees to investigate to determine if he can even justify the time investment because the mother is poor and the police haven't come up with any answers. He heads to this central precinct HQ to look into the case. There he meets his friend, longtime patrol officer Marcus Holt, who helps him get a meeting with Detective Kowalski. Kowalski is fat, lazy, and unmotivated. It soon becomes clear he put no serious effort into the case. Holt helps Donovan get a copy of the case file, such as it is, and promises to help Donovan with the case since Holt is concerned that the little girl has been trafficked in some way. Duh,
Hmm.
duh, duh. Anyway, elsewhere, non binary weirdo computer hacker Riley Wilson is pursuing her favorite conspiracy theory online, adrenochrome. As she does so, she comes across the Sophie Henshaw case and realizes it is part of a pattern that includes two other children disappearing without a trace. She finds the location of Riley's mother and decides to take a visit. Meanwhile, on his own, Marwood has also found out about the Henshaw case and heads to visit Clara. Thus, all four PCs find themselves at the same location, which was the home of Clara Henshaw. So, through various investigations, and boy, did we do a lot of them, they soon realize that there are only three black vans that they need to trace, but reach a dead end with Phoenix Logistics. But they find the woman who led away one of the children. She is found by Donovan and Marwood dead in her home. But Marwood sees a picture and thinks he remembers one of the figures in it. Donovan makes the connection to a man connected to longevity drug and a company called Identifarm. And we still haven't actually connected it up with Phoenix Logistics, but we're kind of close to, figuring out what all the connections are.
Okay.
That was a good summary.
It was okay. towards the end of the session, I was having difficulty keeping my notes in order, so yeah, it might not have caught some of the details.
So now we are going to try to see if we can get more information about that company, right?
Correct. I think
Yeah, we're
I
wanting to
think
see
we
if we can.
decided that Riley needed to do a deep dive for us.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. To find out if Phoenix Logistics was one of
Oh,
the Thorn guys' shell
No
and she
sound.
companies.
was muted, so we couldn't
Yeah.
tell what.
Thank God.
Zay Hex
They
was
them.
muted. Damn it! I'm so bad
Exactly.
at this. Hex
So,
was muted, so now we need Hex to say something to see if
are
she's
you unmuted now?
Hex is still muted.
You
No.
are.
Yes, you are still muted. Yes.
I was. I didn't mute you. It's your problem, not mine.
Uh
Well, perhaps all the problems go away if she moves to the kitchen.
oh.
There you go.
Maybe she won't fall asleep in the kitchen. Who knows?
So, what's the business model of that company? What?
Phoenix.
Yes. What they sell? What they sell?
The
Phoenix.
logistics company or the farm company?
Oh
Yeah.
no, the farm. Yes.
Oh, it's they
Identify.
sell something called Vitalux,
Mm-hmm.
which is an anti-aging
Mm.
several products. Are you still muted?
No say too.
No,
No.
There
no,
we
not
Don't.
now. Oh, okay.
I wasn't muted. It was just a stupid computer.
go.
And this was for Miguel, of course.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No,
sure. Yeah, yes, sure.
It was.
Yeah, sure.
I was gonna say I'll try, but I may risk being electrocuted by my computer.
Yes, you do risk that. Yes.
Okay, not really, because I rolled a 17. Let me
So
17,
what exactly are
20,
you rolling for?
24, 25. I'm trying to figure out who. Well, I think we already know there's a connection between Fairness Logistics and Atron, but I'm trying to figure out, well, some traces that we could follow.
Yeah, so, ideally, if we could simply find that black van, it wasn't
Hmm.
at Phoenix Logistics. Phoenix Logistics is a dead end, so somebody's using Phoenix Logistics to obscure who is actually using the van. If we could somehow make the connection and find the van, we'd be in good shape.
So
Because that's what took the
how much
girl.
did you roll?
25.
What you find is Phoenix Logistics is owned by Vitalux, but you find nothing else about Phoenix Logistics because there's nothing else to find.
Okay, because it doesn't exist.
Or it
Apparently,
used to, I'm guessing, but it got.
or it might have existed sometime before, but when they purchased it, it has no records after that.
Mm, I'm
Well,
wondering if it makes sense to do some search and some dirt on Vitalux.
uh, you think you could hack DMV, the DMV, just to try to, if you could find out anything about this van?
No, because
Well,
I rolled a 12, so that it'll be like a 17. I don't know if
well,
that's enough.
our cop can run,
Or yes, you're
that
yes,
sort of thing.
yeah.
But the other thing you might want to look for, Marcus, is to see who pays the property tax. Well, it'll be Vitalux. We now know that, right? Yeah, who pays the property taxes for the mothballed
Who pays
logistics?
the real property tax on the vehicle?
Mm.
Not real property
Uh,
tax, personal property tax on the vehicle. Who's paying those taxes?
yeah,
That's
the
what we need
tax
to
the
know. Who's paying the tag fee?
For
Well,
the vehicle, you already identified, right?
The dead lady, she didn't work for Phoenix Logistics, right?
No.
no.
So what connects her to, except for the photo, what's her connection with the Atorn?
Just the photo.
Then I'll do a background check on her.
Yeah, because she was a social worker.
Yeah. Well, we can do the background check anyway.
Yes, and I don't know if I can hack her computer because I imagine everything has been whipped clean.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it was taken. Like
You don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, it was taken.
there were
There's no
no
photo.
electronic
So I'll
devices
try
in
to
her
do a
apartment.
research with her. So I rolled a 17, 20, 25.
Okay, so you find basically all information about the career that is accessible on the internet. Uh,
LinkedIn.
the only connection to Vitalux is there was an organization that was financed to which they gave charity money basically,
Mm.
and she was there also involved with that, and that's why the photo exists.
Does that organization still exist?
Yes, it's a child care organization.
Mm. So maybe that's something we can chase.
Yes, because if they have something to do with those rituals and they need children, well, nothing better than
Mhm.
a social worker to get the all the things they need, all the kids they need.
Oh, that reminds me. That's what I was going to do. So remember the vehicle that is registered to Phoenix Logistics. We have the full plate and description. I was going to do an ATL. So
Mhm.
I was going to call back to Central Precinct and have them do an attempt to locate, not an APB, because that would mean they'd pull them over, but an ATL where cops on the street would look for that
Uh,
tag number and
I I
vehicle and let me
I
know where it
think that
is.
we only had a partial plate X7K.
But now we
No,
know
we
what
have the
is the
full.
Yeah,
what is the car.
yeah. We narrowed
Okay,
down out of the three
But
which one
okay,
was.
okay.
yeah, it because I already checked the other two and it's not them. It's the one registered to Phoenix Logistics. So if we can, if the ATL is successful, we'll know where that vehicle is parked at least,
Hmm.
and that will be enable us to make the connection to the kidnappings and give us a lead that will let us further research the issue. Right now, we're kind of at a dead end.
Okay.
So I'll call in the
Well, we
ATL.
can at least see if we can find out more about Thorn. But also, Elias, you're into the occult now, right? You
Yes.
mentioned you've mentioned that, right? Is
Hmm.
there something about Mohawk cultists that might, how they recruit, what sort of people they are?
Can I roll to see if I can know anything about that?
Mm-hmm.
It wits or intelligence.
Uh,
Oh, you're a cold roll.
Intelligence, I guess.
Intelligence, so it's
Yeah.
a +5. Oh, +5, sorry. +5 +6. Let me roll. 23.
Okay, so childcare organizations mostly, social workers, teachers.
Hmm. So anything directly related to children, right?
They are very direct to the point.
Priests?
But also maybe, but not any priest. Only priests that are connected to.
Groups, children
Yeah,
groups. Yeah, okay. Like the scouts.
for example, yes.
Okay.
Daycare
Yeah, because
centers,
just because
kindergartens.
a priest is fucking a children, it doesn't mean that he wants to share the children with someone else. It's that one is plaything.
Okay.
Okay, so and I go ahead and call in the ATL, give them the the license plate number, uh, describe the van, and of course tell them, hey, just let me know when you find it, where it is, what you see it doing. If you see it
Okay,
parked
so for
somewhere,
the first day,
note the
you
address.
have no information. The vehicle is nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
Okay.
because probably they have multiple vehicles and perhaps they ditched that somewhere.
Yeah.
or it's where the children
Could
are.
also be that it's just parked somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is probably wherever the children are, and that's probably
Do you think we should take a visit to Vitalux?
And not a bad idea. Stake the place out, see what we can see.
I can say I want to know more about their techniques to rejuvenation and all that crap.
I think you need to be careful around them. Would I know, Miguel, in all my searches about adenochrome, if there is a connection between Vitalux and the conspiracy theories around adenochrome?
There are some mentions of that, yes. Vitalux has been connected to that.
So I'm just saying that they
In
can be
conspiracy
dangerous.
theories only. There
They
are
can
no
be they
proof.
can be
There's no,
dangerous because they are a big because they are big.
yeah, they are big.
I like that.
Oh, I'm just trying to buy some creams, nothing else.
Okay. Well, well, here's what I will do to help you out. I will be on patrol in that area and I will have my radio on. If I get a call about a problem at Vitalux where the police have been called, I will take the dispatch, and that way I will be the reporting officer. So if something goes
Hmm.
sideways in your
Hmm.
investigation, I can make sure I'm the officer who's on the scene before anyone else shows
Well,
up.
I can also make a phone call to you before I enter and leave the line open.
now Elias.
And that would probably not be a good idea. The whole point is that I'm your
Yeah,
Okay.
backup plan.
how sure are you that they don't know who you are?
Me?
Yeah, if
Oh,
your sister was one of their victims, they might be aware of you and might be
mhm.
on the lookout for you.
Well, but in that case, I'll know that they are guilty. They
Well, true enough.
I'll just want to make to
The problem is, how do you get out?
well.
I think Jack is hinting that maybe he should be the one who goes there, but
Or
it's
yeah,
it's whatever you
I
want to
can
do.
be your physical backup. I can be outside if you prefer. But
Okay, if you want that, yeah, sure, why not? So
So,
I'll
Eli,
make my way
you
to
are going both
Vital.
to Vitalux's headquarters.
Hmm.
Is that okay?
They are a pharmacy company or
Yes.
what?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's a pharmaceutical company.
okay.
So, their building is downtown Portland. It's a big building. It's kind of new, and it's very fashionable. Very fashionable place.
I'll go in through the front door. Why
Okay, so
not?
you're going through the front door, and there's a reception area where there are a couple of very good-looking women,
Hmm. Young
and one of
women,
them. Sorry.
young women, of course,
Of
because
course, yes, yes, they are
yeah.
young. So one of them sees you coming, and she greets you.
Hello, Miss. I am interested in your products. I don't know who to talk to. If you could show me the way, please.
Well, this is the headquarters. If you are interested in business, uh, we could perhaps arrange a meeting.
Yeah, of
But
course.
if you just want information, I can tell you where you can find it. If you are a private customer, there are better places to find that information. If you are a business customer, then we can arrange a meeting.
But don't you have a showroom here or someone that I could talk to?
Oh yes, we can show you that. Yes, yes.
Okay,
That's next door.
okay. Please lead the way.
So she takes you to next door, and next door there's actually a showroom, and there are some more uh, pretty young women,
Hmm.
and one of them approaches you, and so you are looking for Vitalux's products, right?
Yes, precisely. I heard
So
of
she
you.
starts showing you around. There's most of the things she's showing you. It's not really
What creams, lotions? That
yeah, just
yeah.
normal stuff. She tells you details about
Hmm.
how the products are made and what's the purpose of that and all
Aloe
that.
vera, right?
Yes, a lot of that.
Do I while she's taking me through all the products? Do I want to be? I want to see if there's something or anything that cuts up my attention, like a particular symbol or a phrase or something.
No, just normal stuff. It's
Boring
rejuven.
chemical stuff, right?
Yeah, just rejuvenation stuff.
Mm-hmm. Where can I buy your products?
Um, at any pharmacy, well, the good ones at least.
Mm-hmm. And
There's also an online store, of course. You can order our products there.
okay, so there's no. I'm trying to see if I can get any. Hmm. Yeah, but I don't have. I don't have any reason to talk to the manager or something like that. Okay, so
Fair
I
enough.
I say,
That's
please take
care.
me to your take me to your leader. Okay, so I'll say thank you, much appreciated. I'll try to be in touch, and I'll just leave if there's nothing that anything that got anything in their symbol related to Moloch or anything occult.
When I see him come back out, I'm going to breathe a sigh of relief and put my pistol back in my pocket. And be like,
Oh, I just lost.
"You made it out of the bear's den. How was it?"
I just lost 30 minutes of my life. Boring as hell. Nothing. Well, at least in the front end, nothing that caught up my attention.
They were all good looking, so
Yeah,
that's
apart from that, but perhaps
No,
you.
no.
Yeah.
In this town, that stands out. You mean good looking for a girl with 16 piercings in her face and lots of
No,
tattoos,
no,
or
they were
like
all.
legitimately like,
No, no, they were quite clean. No tattoos, at least
oh my
that
God,
I
where are they
could
getting
see.
them from?
No
probably
California?
out
piercings.
of
Or-
Not even
That's
earrings.
highly suspicious.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
but
I mean,
perhaps
they were women, right?
I didn't look under the skirt, but I think there were women. Yes. Um,
Mm.
well, I think we should try another approach. Perhaps we should try to talk to our friend Wilson to see if she can dig a little
Yeah,
bit
let's
more.
look on their website too and see if they offer like a professional service or something where they're giving you blood bags once every month or something. I'm
The
guessing they probably
diamond.
don't advertise that per se, but
I'm going
I,
to do a search for for Vitalux, see if I can infiltrate their system. But why don't we try that kids charity where the dead woman worked, and apparently, or
uh,
she,
okay.
there
You
oh, I
was
wa-
a
thought she was
that's where she
a
met
city social
Othorn,
worker.
right?
we have a name for the charity, right?
Well, she didn't
Yes,
work for the charity.
but
She worked
where she
for
met
the state, but
Howard,
yeah,
yes.
there was a charity called Bright Start.
Bright.
Bright Start.
Oh
Okay.
wow,
Okay.
okay.
I rolled a 19, so with my it's a 20 or 22, 26, 27.
So
To
you
try
are
to hack into, I'm trying to hack into Vitalux computers.
looking for.
With the special.
Okay, so you are unable to hack into their system, but you do find some. It's not difficult to find that part. In their site, there are special packages, but to access those, you have to make an appointment with a doctor. So there are some products
Hmm.
that are
Special.
so not creams, just not just
Okay.
creams, full treatments that imply that you have a doctor accompanying you and recommending the.
Oh, too bad we don't know any doctors. Well,
You just have to have somebody who seems like a doctor.
don't they have in-house doctors?
No, but you have several links to clinics that
Oh, okay.
use their
Okay.
products.
Okay. Well, perhaps if we don't find anything on their servers, we could make a visit to one of those clinics to see if we could get a special
Yes, you
treatment.
can take
Okay,
Riley there because she's non-binary. So
here's here's the thing. I'm looking at their brochure, Elias, and it says 9 out of 10 doctors endorse this treatment. Let's find that 10th doctor.
Yes, to
Let's
see
blow the
what
lid
is.
off of this. Been telling you about this for months. They're putting children in our aspartame. Okay, so
So
do we
yes,
hit up the charity or do we hit up the social work place to see? And if we do that, we got to be careful because she's just recently been discovered dead.
yeah, perhaps they don't know, or perhaps they did it.
That's a good point. Yeah, looking in the news, has the news come out that she's dead?
did you call the cops? I don't remember that part.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
We did.
so
Yeah.
yeah, she's been reported that. Yes.
I
nice.
wonder if the irregularities will be enough for them to investigate her more. No phone, no laptop.
Nothing.
No, this
Well, we
is
wiped down
Well, I can
prints
certainly
everywhere
check and
too.
see.
this is the Portland
I mean, I
police. Of
can, I
course not.
can,
Exactly.
I was about to say, I can check and see, but I'm guessing that as they find less and less to work with, they become less and less interested
Probably.
unless somebody with some pull is pushing the
Hmm.
matter.
She's a government employee. She's like royalty.
She's a social worker. They're dime a dozen in Portlandia.
She's one of ours, damn it.
Everyone's a social worker.
Well, perhaps the police just contacted their offices and told them that she was dead.
They probably did that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have two options: the charity and make an appointment with a doctor to get the special treatment.
I want to do a search. So I want to go and see if there's any pattern relating to that charity and children disappearing from their guards.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
like
do that.
did all those kids go to some sort of activity sponsored by
Oh, I
Brightstar?
rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so you find several children in the last 10 years, but
Mm.
not those ones.
Yes, I
Other.
know. I'm looking for other ones to see if there's a pattern we can
There
follow in
are
the
some children.
charity.
Yes, there are some children
That went missing.
that went missing. Yeah.
Okay.
Is one of the kids that matches Riley's pattern Elias's sister?
No, because my sister wasn't.
That was longer.
Yeah, she was taken. Not
Something.
she wasn't in any charity or.
You're saying that her sister was a charity case. How dare you?
Yeah.
Well, no, just
Just a
yeah.
moment.
Did she contact these same people in some way? Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is if there is any, if we can put some pressure into the people in the charity and scare them. Go
Maybe.
snooping around.
Yeah, pretend to be reporters or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. In that case, you should go, Riley.
Why are you assuming that? Why do I look like a reporter?
Well, I don't look like a reporter, and the other
No,
two
but
look like policemen. So,
no, but he drives a Range Rover, and you're a non-binary hiker. So if the two of you are seen together, they'll assume he's a famous journalist or writer. Can you do a really good Daniel Craig, Elias?
don't force me to impersonate a British guy, please.
Bond, James Bond.
You can be an American Daniel Craig.
Oh no, that's even worse. That horrible
Mm,
accent of his.
yeah.
That's when they came in.
So what is next
I'm
act?
thinking for us to snoop around the charity and try to ask him questions about why are the children disappearing,
Okay, so we're
or
going.
just talk about the horror of children disappearing in the system. So we're not accusing them. We're just asking questions for interest, social interest piece. So I guess I need to be the journalist.
So kill your character and bring the other
No,
one.
no, I'm going to pretend I'm a journalist.
Yeah, she's a
Oh,
citizen journalist.
okay. So you are a non-binary hacker journalist.
Yes, I'm a
Oh,
non-binary. I'm going to pretend I'm a non-binary journalist
With a blog.
doing a social interest piece.
okay. So you are going to Bright Start.
And I'm even going to mention the disappearances from these three kids. And I'm going to ask what there is their opinion about all the children disappearing in the lost in the system.
Okay, so you are you get there and an old lady with a stern face is in reception. She introduces herself as Mrs. Evans, and Mrs. Evans asks you who are you and what are you looking for.
Well, I'm a journalist with Portland's online awakening.
Oh dear, that's nice. So, do you want a coffee or tea?
Yes, please, a tea.
So she brings you into a back room and she serves you tea and she brings you some biscuits. She looks, in spite of being an old hag, she seems nice
Really
enough.
young and hip.
So please tell me what are you looking for?
Well, I'm doing a piece about missing children.
Oh,
And
missing children. That's awful.
yes, it is, it is. And I just tell her some numbers about how many children disappear every year in our
Oh
country.
my god, that's really really disturbing.
And I tell them well about actually just here in Portland in the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, we had three kids disappearing.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh,
And the police, well, are not investigating.
why they aren't investigating that?
Well, nobody cares, right? They report hidden in most cases. And that leaves me also for kids that disappear while they are in social care. And of course, I came to talk to your institution because of well, your experience. I'm not saying that you're. How is your experience with dealing with these cases?
Oh well,
And I will tell her that I know that for in the long time, a lot of children had disappeared from there also. So I'll just hit her with that.
she's a bit silent after that. Those things happen everywhere. We deal
Well,
with it as every other childcare. organization does.
Well, and how is that? That's exactly it. In your own lived experience.
You are going to die.
How do you think is that? How does she tell me that? Is she telling me that?
No, she's not. Well, that's up to the
This
police.
woman is about to go Mulholland Drive on you.
That's up to the police, of course. Those investigations, we just do our internal investigations. But of course, a missing child is up to the police to investigate.
But what are the cares that it? What are the? How do you do to make sure that this doesn't happen for the kids that are in your guards? And I know that your institution is a good example. So how do you safeguard children's security while they are in your
Well,
hands?
everything here is very secure. We have our own security. We have alarms and all that. So it's everything is
Well,
taken
but
care of.
still kids disappear. So how do you think that is happening in your opinion?
I think those cases they did not disappear from the institution itself. They were elsewhere.
Mm.
They were kids that were under our care, but not here, not located here.
Do you know if she's telling the truth? Well, probably yes.
She's probably is. Yes, it's likely that she is.
So I'm not thinking who I can. Well, I'm not thinking if I try to hack into their system because I won't find out anything there. Do I see anything strange? I'm going to have to go to the bathroom and try to snoop around.
Okay, do a stealth roll.
Okay, I rolled a 19, so let me check my skills. Agility 21, stealth I have 2, so 23.
So you are able to snoop around for a bit. Everything looks normal for this kind of place. You don't see any. I don't know what we were looking for, but
I don't know,
mm,
some connection with Moloch worshippers or Vitalux.
you don't see any Moloch symbology. Even well, I'm not. I don't know if you know about that, but nothing that you are aware of, and you don't see anything about Vitalux here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we should have at some point done like a, got unlicensed to show us all the symbols, and so we
Mhm,
would know
mhm,
what to.
Well, at least you don't see any of those symbols that were found until now.
mhm.
You know,
Everything looks normal.
we're going to need better flashcards, Elias, is what I'm hearing.
Okay, so I come back with nothing.
Oh, you're alive. Nice.
Still alive.
Man, both of y'all, I want to say, have been very brave today in going into very dangerous places.
Well, thank you. Well, now perhaps I'm going to search for a clinic or a medic that endorses the Vitalux products to get an appointment with him or her.
Hmm. Okay.
Um,
Or they them.
yeah, let's find one doctor that endorses it, and then
Hmm.
we'll see what I can do. Yeah, is there a physician's office that they list or?
In their website, perhaps. Yes.
Yes, there were some clinics there that.
All right, I will pick one of them and head to that medical office.
Okay, so you pick one of those clinics and you show up there.
Hmm.
It looks like a very upper class clinic. Um, the the place is new and very upscale.
Is there a break area outside for like smoking breaks and things like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I will hang out there until a nurse comes out.
Okay, so after a bit you see a nurse coming.
All right. I'll offer her a light. Hey, I am, and I'll give her my card. I'm Jack Donovan. I'm a PI. Um, not looking to jam you up here. I'm just working a, you know, something for one of the spouses of the doctors here, and they're just sniffing around for things to use. You know.
She smiles. Well, I'm not going to tell you any stories. Sorry.
Well, is there is there anything worth sniffing around here? I mean, from
Oh,
what I
probably not.
gather, well, from
I
what I
would
gather,
say
you guys reference a
probably
lot.
not for you. If you were a paparazzo, you'd probably find something here. But yeah,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you are not that yet. We have some. I'm not going to talk about that, but there are some celebrities that come here.
Oh, yeah. I'm not interested in jamming up any of the patients either. No, this is for one of the the doctor's spouses. It's about some money being put maybe aside that they're getting from some big muckety muck company called Vitalux for special treatment. She thinks that some of this money might be getting hidden from her, and I'm just trying to do right by my girl.
Well, I have no idea about that, but we do have some Vitalux. But most of the doctors here work with Vitalux
Yeah, and
in the
it's
open.
what, like putting those hormone supplements in to keep you young, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the kind of treatment. Yes, very
Is it
intense.
is it adrenochrome? Is that the right word, or is that?
Uh, no, I don't think so. That's no. There are some. I don't know. I'm just a nurse.
Yeah, no worries. But do they play kind of fast and loose with some of the billing on that stuff? Do you think?
This is very expensive clinic.
Yeah. Hey, and she suspects that quite a lot of money is getting dumped in a Swiss account somewhere.
Oh, I wouldn't know. It's possible, but I wouldn't know that.
Well, you have my card. If you think of anything, that might be useful, I'm sure a portion of the monies recovered would find its way to you. As an
Okay,
aid.
so rule an influence rule.
All right. I have charisma of nothing.
Hmm.
Influence of one. 16.
Okay, she looks at your card. She looks at you. Okay, I'll think about that.
Yeah, no worries. And like I say, I'm not trying to cost anybody their jobs or anything. I'm just trying to better understand, if some of this stuff gets done on the down low, and what money that might mean for my client.
Okay, I'll try to help you.
All right. And yeah, I'll wish her a good day and head back. Well, they're definitely doing celebrity treatments and whatnot, but adrenochrome didn't move the needle on the nurse. So I'm guessing maybe.
Is that a term that even has any meaning in real
Uh,
medicine, or is it just,
I assume
yeah?
so. Yeah. It's a. What is it?
I thought that was like some kind of conspiracy theory or
Oh
something.
yeah. Well, I think it is a. I think it is a some sort of like aspect of blood or whatnot. But yeah, I don't know personally. No, yeah. Is there something we can roll to know if that is true in the game?
Uh,
I assume Riley has
Mhm.
access to those resources.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. She's a fangirl for this. So.
I think the answer is yes, right?
Not she, Hex. Hex is a fan hex for this.
Damn it. You see, I'm not good at this.
Yeah. Hex is a fan hex.
Do I know the answer? Do I have to roll while
no,
I'm still alive? I
you can
think
just
so, right?
you can
Yes,
just do a you can just Google it, and the
yes.
answer
So
is
I'm googling it.
the answer is this.
Well, I already Googled it, so it's something that I
Okay,
already know, right?
that
Because
is the
I
answer.
know everything about
There we go.
adrenochrome.
This is the answer. If you want,
So
of
it
course,
is a real thing.
this is the real thing, and then there are other places where you can find some other kind of thing.
And it's more prevalent in young people's blood than in old people's blood,
Hmm.
which is why they think adding it to older people's blood will give them more youth. Well, there we go. But it's not related to chromium, so Google's off the
Mhm.
hook
Yeah.
for now.
So, do I get an appointment with the clinic, or do you think it's not worth our time?
Well,
Well,
I don't know how
you could
much
lose
they
some
would tell
years.
you about the source of it, right? Like
Sorry,
they wouldn't.
I didn't hear you. So, Jack.
Oh, I said I don't know that they would tell you much about the source of what they were doing, right?
No,
Like,
no, no, no. Just a means to get into the upper echelons of Vitalux. You have to, if you go recommended with a.
Guys, you know what you really need to do, don't you?
is invest.
You're going to need to break
Yeah.
in. That, or else we're just going to have to wait and see if the ATL turns up that black
How
van.
how
Because
big is
if every official source, let's think about this. It makes sense. Every official source, if you go in through the front door, every official source is built around
yeah?
deniability,
Mhm.
right? The whole point is it's like trying to get at the mob, and none of the people you are going to interact with are going to acknowledge the thing we're trying to get at. That there's like 6 degrees of separation between us and them. That's intentional. The customers never even know what they're participating in. It's just about the money on their end. Um, so unfortunately, we need to come up with a way to break the case to get a good solid hit. And it's like our two approaches are:
Uh, uh,
Yeah.
somebody breaks in and gets into their systems and finds the thing we're not supposed to
the,
find out. And I'm betting that's Vitalux
this guy
or Identifarm, one of the
this guy
two.
Thorne, it's the CEO of Vitalux.
Thorn is
Yeah.
Perhaps we.
But what about the company Identifarm?
is the CEO as well. So
I'm wondering if
Adrenochrome
Identifarm isn't
owns
really the
Vitalux.
source. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. If you break into Identifarm and get into their systems, then at that point you've kind of cut through all their defenses and the little ways that they misdirect people, right? I mean, we're trying to get a fish. We're trying to get in through the front door. The whole point is that you can't get in through the front door. They
Hmm.
don't want you to know. It's kept secret on
And
purpose.
also try to get some more information.
It's like going to the Russian embassy and saying, can you tell me about all the people you have conducting espionage in Washington D.C.? And their response will be, well, we don't do that.
Hmm. Yeah,
They're doing it, but they'll say they're not. It's the same
and
thing.
also try to get some information about this guy Thorne.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
Okay,
imagine
so
that.
Thorn, right. So what do you know about
Yeah.
Thorn?
Do I remember anything about this guy Thorne in the occult?
No, uh,
Nothing.
he's a rich man. He was born into a very powerful family,
Hmm.
um, and he's a doctor.
Hmm.
He was into investigation before, and then he created the Dream Farm and Vitalux, and he's a very successful man, businessman. He wasn't known as a doctor or a researcher, but apparently he must have done something because. But it is in this particular field of anti-aging products only, so he's not saving lives apparently. Maybe prolonging lives, but not saving them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Riley perhaps can try to get into the Adrena Farm servers to see if there's more information there.
That will be a tough
Hmm.
task.
I rolled a 17. Yeah, because I think I tried it once and it was not enough. So let me see. I think this time is not enough either. 20, 25.
So you again try to break into their
Yeah.
system, but it's not enough. Meanwhile, Jack, you receive a phone call.
Okay.
It's the
Who?
nurse you talked to.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I was snooping around and I got fired because of you.
Oh. Oh no.
Yes. Yes, I was.
I'm sorry. Well, which doctor fired you?
I don't know. I was fired by the HR department. I have no idea who found me, but I didn't find anything useful to give you, so I'm not going to get anything. I'm just telling you that now I have no job. So thank you very much, you son of a bitch. And
Well,
she,
you should feel better. Those are not good people. Oh, and if you want if you want a job, maybe try. And I'll just read the second clinic on the list to her. How about youthful, fresh faces
Well,
at
it was her choice to
416?
snoop around.
and then Riley, you get an email, an
Hmm.
unidentified. You cannot. You apparently it's not traceable. Saying stop that.
Oops. But I'm untraceable. I have I don't know exactly what this means, but I
Yes.
have the perk untraceable.
Yeah, but you were snooping around, so you left some.
Mmm, you got
Well,
traced.
you got traced.
Well, that's good. We
Yeah.
They've noticed us. They'll start coming to us, maybe.
Yes.
Well, I got
Which
that poor
one?
lady fired. I feel
Oh,
ambivalent about that.
you got someone fired?
I mean, she got herself fired by being not good at sneaking around,
Oh, okay.
Stupid nurse.
but I put her up to it.
Hmm. So it seems now that we are at the dead end.
Not yet
Yes.
dead.
Not that, yes, not that.
Not yet.
Well, these
You
people
know,
are dangerous. They're
I,
not gonna they're not gonna be caught that easy.
well, can you give
Well,
me an address on Jonathan Thorne? I mean, I'm not opposed to tailing him for a while to see if we can pick up who's in his orbit. Because I guarantee you, if he's making this stuff, it's for close friends and compatriots, right? He's not just giving this to George Clooney and whoever. I mean, he might be, but
So, Identifarm, do they have a headquarters or
Yeah,
a
it's the
listing of
same building as
facilities?
Vitalux.
Okay.
only a few floors up.
is there a
I'm going
factory?
to do some quick
Is there a
It's a big
factory in
investigation.
building.
this area?
Yeah, yeah, I was about to say I'm going to do some quick research to see if there are any other properties in the area they own.
Um.
Investigation, I
Okay.
guess.
Yes. Do an investigation roll.
Let me see. Well, not with that. I rolled a 2.
Okay. So
Nope, I come up bupkis.
no. Apparently,
Haven't had my donuts yet today.
not that you know of. Yeah, they may. Oh.
Yeah, have not had my donuts today.
Donut deficiency is a problem with 1 out of every 5 police officers. Please give what you
I,
can.
cl- I I give you a call and let you know that I've got to pull through the Krispy Kreme and the 7-Eleven. I need donuts from one and Camel cigarettes from the other.
You know,
I'm clearly short on
there
cigarettes and
should be a place
donuts.
that sells both those things.
Okay, so I'm going to do this.
There probably is, but it would be a much cooler place than Portland.
Well, I have I'm going to call one of those clinics to get an appointment with a doctor, then to try to get a special treatment, so that I can get in to Vitalux to see the
Okay,
special
so
package to see if
now
there's
what is your origin?
wealthy.
Okay, so probably can afford that. So roll an acquisition roll with a +3 bonus.
Oh boy.
Okay, dirty 20.
Okay, that's enough. So you make an appointment to a what's it called?
A
The
clinic.
Clinic,
no, the doctor. The
plastic surgeon. No,
yeah, plastic surgeon. Yeah, like, yeah.
Oh, endocrinologist, maybe,
Hmm.
Okay, so you get
or
an appointment.
plastic surgeon, one of the two.
Yeah, it's probably a plastic surgeon in this case, even though they are not doing plastic surgery
Yeah,
actually.
or a
or cosmetic surgeon. Yeah,
or a dermatologist also.
Okay, so this is very expensive, so it will be a you won't
I
have to
don't care.
yeah you won't
Money is
have
no problem.
a long time. So in 3 days you'll have your appointment.
Okay.
You are waiting for that. Do you want to do anything else in in the meantime, or just
Well, this part of the planning, I'm just going to wait for their contact. I don't know if the others want to do anything like
yeah.
breaking in.
I'm gonna see if I can start tailing or finding the tracking the movements of Jonathan Thorne.
okay? So roll an investigation roll.
Okay. Finally, some territory I'm good at here. Intelligence or wits?
Wits.
Okay. And it's not a crime scene. Oh, good grief. 13. Jeez.
Okay, so you find out where he lives, and you try to follow him, but you are not able to follow him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Follow him some of the time. He's you get out early, about well, not too early, but about 8 o'clock, and he goes to his office in the building that's both Vitalux and Adrena Farm, and then you try to tail him around when he's going out, but he lost you somewhere. But so you know that he goes there every day at least.
Gotcha. So he's got an office in the building, which makes sense. And he doesn't just phone it in. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to have to get in that building at some point.
I want to try to track the email that I got.
Roll a hacking roll.
Okay, probably not enough. 22.
You try to hack it into whatever that you cannot find it.
And you got another email. Stop
Yeah,
that.
the
Seriously.
one you get another email that says, "I told you to stop that."
Charming. So yeah, it sounds like you guys might have to break in. And if you get caught, I need to be close so that I can take
Arrest
the
us.
call, be the officer on scene, and get you out of whatever mess you're in.
You're assuming they will call the cops. That's very nice of you. If they catch us, I don't think they will. We will just
I'm gonna
disappear.
have a Kevlar vest and a shotgun. If you call me, then I know I need to come running, and I'll just make something up after the fact. Oh yeah, it's I saw a 1023 in progress, and I entered the building, and one of their security guards fired at me. I didn't know who it was until after I'd already blown his head off. I'm sorry. If it pisses you off, I'll retire. I got to go work with Jack anyway.
So who's breaking in?
Well, definitely me.
I would think it would
And
definitely be Jack and Riley at least.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be outside waiting in the
Are
Range
you
Rover.
breaking in before he has an appointment or after he has an appointment?
Before.
probably before, so we can make
Mhm.
his appointment. We can We can steal his appointment.
Okay.
Like,
So
if they broke in to steal this guy's appointment, he must be super important. He goes to the front of the line.
are you breaking, where are you breaking in? The clinic or the?
The corporate offices, but
Oh,
but
okay.
we need to put some plan on this. We need to go in as some sort of service personnel. Remember the
Well, I
last
would
time we
try
tried
to
to break into a building, the elevator caught on fire and was burning us
Yeah,
up, and we lost the shell on our
yeah.
Matrushka
I
dolls.
can try to disconnect the alarm, but I'm not sure if I'll try. If can I try
You can.
disconnect the alarm and the cameras?
Yes.
Okay, so I rolled a 19, so that is 21. No, 22, 27, 28. Is that enough?
Good
Okay.
lord!
So you are what exactly what they're doing?
Trying to disconnect the alarms and the
Mhm.
cameras so we can go in without being seen.
In where are you doing that? Which places are you? Because it would be easier if you just select.
Yeah, in the office building that
Mhm.
Jonathan Thorne.
Okay, so you disconnect apparently, or at least you think that you disconnected alarms and the security cameras in the office building.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, we can
Yeah,
go.
let's get ourselves some coveralls and some
And of course, we're gonna go with some masks so people don't
yeah, some
know
toolkits. Oh, of course, like everyone's still masked. It's important.
When are you doing this? At what
at
hour?
night. Of
Yeah,
course,
Mhm.
third shift. Like,
we're not gonna
yeah,
break in during the day.
Well, no, no one would expect that.
We are dressed as the Spanish Inquisition, also.
Yeah.
there. You know, actually going in during the day under just pretending we look like we belong, and then waiting until night to actually start moving around would be ideal, right?
Well, you're the detective.
Yeah, let's score ourselves some coveralls. Better even if they look like the kind that are worn by the maintenance staff and whatnot of the building.
You know
So
what
if we
really annoys me about the overalls? There are no non-binary models.
Mhm.
Oh, please, kill her. Please, left her to die. Leave her to die, please.
wait, what is gender specific about overalls?
They are overall.
Oh yeah, okay. And coveralls or cover
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
They cover the whole spectrum of genders. This is beautiful.
Oh my god.
So yes, we will watch and see what color their service staff buy, and we'll get uniforms that look like that, and just do the we belong thing during
Okay,
the
so
day.
the people who are sneaking inside roll a stealth roll.
Okay.
This is not good.
Oh dear.
It's the green hair.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
attribute?
agility.
Yes, agility.
Oh, okay.
15. Okay, maybe it's not that bad.
17 for me.
Okay. Is anyone else going inside?
I'll just be outside.
Okay. Officer Marcus, you will be outside as well.
I am patrolling the area. Yeah, the
Um,
idea is
so it's
again
better
that I
to
will.
That's good.
We're gonna have clipboard, and we're gonna have push cart, and if we can get one of the push carts that has like the little fluorescent bulbs and stuff, already loaded onto it, and yeah, we're just gonna run around like we're looking for
So the
dead
security
bulbs.
guard lets you in, and where are you going to?
Like, hey, we need to report to physical plant.
Hmm?
Report to where?
To the maintenance area.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We're
So
gonna do bulb replacement tonight.
right. So he takes you inside, and he tells you where the maintenance stairs are, so you can get there.
All right, I'm gonna look around to see if they have a like a badge maker, or if someone has like all or maintenance access key, uh, anything like that that they've left
Yeah,
hanging around.
yeah, there are two. But, so you want to steal one?
Steal one or duplicate one would be better if we can find
Okay,
the,
okay,
if we can clone it with
okay.
Riley's stuff. So,
All right. Then roll another stealth, so you can pick it
uh,
up and
her
clone.
or me, which,
I rolled a natural 20,
oh, well,
so
Okay,
Sounds
so
like it's her.
you pick
yeah.
up one of those
and I need
cards.
to clone it, so
Yeah, you clone it and you
replace it. Yeah, the
replace it back.
original.
Yeah. So now you have a card.
All right. Well, then let's get a little push cart with some bulbs and stuff, and yeah, we'll just start riding the elevator and going up and down the halls.
Can I see where is the server room? Is there? Because I'm imagining that maybe if I try to hack inside the server, it'll be easier than from outside.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a server room. Yes, you can go there. Apparently, maybe you can try your card there, but you
Yeah.
cannot.
I'll wave the card over it just to
Okay,
see.
so you'll go to the server room and you try your card, but your card is not accepted here.
Okay. Well, then I will leave a little sticky note on the door that says,
Out of
hey,
order.
call maintenance if there are any bulbs to be replaced inside. Um, and then yeah, we'll just keep going.
So where are you going next?
We'll probably to sell our story. We'll just go from like room. We'll go from floor to floor, looking through the hallways and whatnot, just to see. We'll make a big show out of looking for dead bulbs. But I'm guessing that there is a like a top level area that we probably will eventually need to go to get to his office.
Yeah. Okay, so you find plenty of floors with many offices, but yeah, Jonathan Thorne and all those the important
And
ones
I
are.
bet our key card also doesn't open those.
Yes, not just that. To access those floors, you would have to
You have to key the
use it.
elevator.
Yeah, and the elevator won't go there without the key.
We're gonna have to get somebody else's card. I guess. Would the security guards be able to get up there? Presumably so.
You're the face, Jack.
All right.
This is detective work, so
Yeah, we'll head down and see if I can find a security guard.
Yeah, well, it's easy to find. In the ground floor, there are a few there.
Um, Prefer to get one alone if I can.
Okay, so
So maybe just flag him down and pull him over. Yeah.
roll a stealth roll.
Okay. 18.
Okay, you follow a security guard to the toilet. He's alone now.
Oh, okay. So I will take the cloner and just use the one next to him. And is he in a stall?
No, he's
Oh, he's at the urinal.
yeah.
Oh, then I'll commit a party foul and use the one right next to him and see if that's close enough for the cloner to pick up his badge.
So roll a technical roll.
Okay. I do not have the skill, and I do not have a very good roll. That is a 4 on the technical roll. So
Okay, a 4 is a bad one.
yeah,
At least a 10 would be.
yeah, um,
So you try, but it's not enough. It's not
yeah.
not working. You can try to do something else before he leaves?
I'll I'll while we're washing up, I'll say, hey, who does the maintenance on the executive levels?
We have our own maintenance crew. They do it
Oh,
themselves.
well, I noticed. Yeah, I noticed our badges didn't get through there, and
Oh
first
yeah,
time working night shift, so
yeah. The top floors they are out of uh, out of order for you guys.
gotcha. Um, so once we're done on the other floors, we're done, huh?
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
What's it like up there? Pretty fancy, I'm guessing, if it's closed off.
Oh, those are yeah. Those are the best floors. Yes, definitely. That's why nobody can go there because this it would be a security issue.
Oh
The
yeah.
works of art there and stuff. You know.
Oh yeah. I never even thought about that part.
Yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah, fancy stuff up there. I'm
Well,
assuming that you are trying to get nearer to him or something like that, right?
uh,
I'll ask
if
him his phone number.
if I get a
You are
if
hitting
I
on the
get a
guy?
if I can
Not
get
the
a
phone.
second shot at it
Yeah, you can try again.
without blowing it. Better roll. Let's see. That is a agility for this, or
Yes.
just intelligence. Oh, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Never mind. So that's a 13.
Okay, so you are able to clone the card now.
Well, I will start blow drying my hands and not use paper because it destroys the environment.
Oh,
Man, I'm telling you, I can't
Okay.
wait for lunch break. I got this kale salad.
oh my God! You both of you are going to die in there.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to now try to make him think that I'm either gay, vegan, or both, so
Yeah,
that he just completely cuts me out of his mind.
exactly. He leaves immediately when you talk about your.
No, wait, dude. I've got this CrossFit routine that I know you'd love to hear about. I'm like, no, no, okay,
No, he's not interested.
dang. Social invisibility achieved. Um, yeah, I will head back. I will head back to Riley by standing between the two bathrooms and wondering which door she'll come
The handicapped.
out of.
Well,
If
maybe there's
she comes out of a third one, I'm like, what the hell?
this,
She comes out of the storage closet.
there could be
I'll hand her
a
the cloner.
non-binary toilet in
Yeah,
this.
I'll hand her the cloner, or I'll hand Hex the clone. Damn it!
Hmm.
Eggs.
I'm so sorry, Riley. I am not backing you up. It's a good thing I don't know your dead name.
You're not an ally.
Well, my name is the same.
Oh,
I'm non-binary. So my parents picked me a non-binary game. I was assigned non-binary at birth. Didn't I tell you that?
no. I'm fascinated. Tell me more. And then, yeah, we'll while we work, I'll listen to all of her trauma
I'll
dumping.
tell you about how my parents are sociology teachers
Oh,
Oh,
in the
that
University
must
of
be
Oh,
Portland.
amazing. They must be so in touch with everything.
okay.
My
So,
parents
yeah.
were in meat packing, and I realized that meatless murder led to a small rift.
did you listen to Marisay?
Of course, and Bauhaus and Echo and the Bunnymen.
You are not making this easy on yourself, you know.
Yeah, we've basically pulled the two characters that Jim wants to kill
Well, I'm
off.
too young for. I'm too young to listen to Morrissey. So, besides, he's a turf.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
is he? That's
Yes,
unfortunate.
yes.
So anyway, are you going to see the new Harry Potter show on HBO when it comes
Oh
out?
no, no,
Love
she's
J.K.
dead.
Rowling.
She's dead to me. She doesn't want me to exist.
Look, nobody Nobody doesn't want you to exist, except apparently the game master. But we just don't get you, Riley. That's all.
I'm
People are
wondering.
afraid of what they don't get.
I'm wondering if this is going to work on their on the security cards is going to work. But well,
Well, that's
let's see.
kind of what. Yeah, that's kind of what we need to test next.
Yes,
After we creep the GM out enough.
let's try it in the server room first.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds
You
good.
try your card on the server room, but it still doesn't work.
Yes.
Try a crowbar.
It might not work. It's a very heavy door.
Do you still
Mm,
want to try upstairs?
yeah, because he mentioned what was up in the
Mm-hmm.
upstairs area, so I think
Yeah,
his
the
card will
arts.
get it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think his
So,
cards will get us in there.
which floor are you going?
Uh, it's the top three you said that were off
Yeah,
limit.
the top three are private.
I'm guessing the top one, right? The very tip top,
Mm-hmm.
the top people.
Okay, so you pass the card and you press the top floor, and it works.
Nice.
Okay, so you go up, and the doors open at the top floor, and it looks very nice. It's a hall, very elegant, very designed, very fashionable. No one's here.
Oh,
There's the
Are
music
the
playing.
offices here labeled or?
There are a couple of doors, and there are some two corridors, and yeah, probably you can just try to access the corridors.
Yeah, well, we gotta be.
I still would like to. Can I use the other roll that I rolled 28 to try to shut down the cameras?
Okay, so you were
Hmm.
going to do that when you hear footsteps coming from one of those two corridors.
Okay, so I'm gonna hide behind the couch.
Yeah, is there a washroom or something like a side door that we know
Yeah,
won't be
yes,
locked?
there's
Then I'll
a,
push her into the washroom, or I'll push Hex into the washroom.
okay. So you hear footsteps coming, and then those footsteps stop, and you hear nothing else for seconds. Are you going to do something? Are you going to
I'm
say?
just gonna look at Hex like, oh crap. Yeah, I'm just saying it with my eyebrows.
So then you hear a voice, a male voice saying, "You two can come out, please. I'm waiting for you."
I have pepper spray.
Are you saying that out loud
I'm
or?
saying it to the game master. I have pepper spray. Mace, I mean. So I
I was
may
about to
mace.
say, make the son of a gun come in there.
I may mace the person. Yes.
Is waiting.
Is there a ventilation that we could crawl out?
Uh, there's probably a ventilation, but you don't think that you can fit in there.
I mean, I'm small.
Are you a
Hey,
midget?
No.
Then you cannot.
Okay.
I will. I will.
probably
No,
is
he said
friendly.
two. He said two, so we can't. Mm.
The man asks again, "Please come out. I'm just waiting for you." Mr. Thorne would like to meet you.
I will open the door and look at this guy.
So you are the ones that have been snooping around, right?
Um. Yeah.
Hmm.
Guilty as charged, I guess.
Well, nice to meet you. My name is what? My name is
I cannot believe I'm gonna die in overalls.
my name is Rodrigo. He's a very an handsome man. Looks like someone's aide or something. He's dressed in a very nice suit.
What name did he give?
Mm,
Louis, I think. Yeah, my name is Louis. Nice to meet you. So I believe you are the private detective and the hacker, right? That's
Hmm.
I'm not wrong. Okay, so Mr. Thorne would like to meet you both. Maybe your friends as well, but they're not here today, so you will meet you just we'll meet just the two of you.
Yes, just the two out of you know
mhm.
the other interested parties.
Okay, so come with me, please.
You're going to die. You're
Just
going
Oh,
to die.
just so we're on the same page here, is this an admission that you're involved in what we're investigating?
is that what? An
The,
admission.
dis- the disappearances. Yeah, is this an admission?
The man looks confused. Disappearances? What do you mean?
Let's talk to Mr. Thorne. That way, I only have to tell it once.
Well, so please come with me. So he takes you through the corridor and up to a room. He uses his own card, and the door opens, and you see a very spacious office with a view over the probably shitty view. I don't know. I've never been in Portland,
Portland's a
or maybe
port
not.
city, so yeah, probably over the bay or something maybe.
And a very fashionable place. And there's a man there. There's a I, I don't have the new book here, so it's a man in his 50s, a very imposing man, um, with gray hair and a suit, and he's sitting down and he's smiling when you show up at the door.
Mr. Thorne,
Very pleased to meet you. Please, Louis, bring him inside. He shows you there are some chairs for you to sit down.
I'll let Riley have the one closest to the door.
Louis asks you, do you want something to drink? Coffee, maybe?
Uh, no, thank you.
Okay. So he stands behind you. And Thorn, he looks at the window for a moment and then he turns back to you. Well, I've been informed that you have been following me and trying to hack into the system, tracing information about the company that belongs to Adrena Farm. Few other things that are a bit strange. What are you looking for?
We're investigating the disappearance of three or more children uh, that were related to a van that is owned by one of your holding companies, Phoenix Logistics.
Hmm.
And we wonder if maybe one of the products that you offer is adrenochrome related.
Adrenochrome. Yes, that's that is a myth, a urban myth.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time someone went looking for red mercury and with real life consequences. It doesn't really matter if it exists, it just matters whether people think it exists, right?
Well, both of you roll charisma.
Okay. Just the raw modifier.
Yeah, rolling and add your modifier if you have
Ugh. I rolled
any.
a 4.
I rolled a one and I have a less two.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so
Okay. I found the only person in the room that is less likable than me right now.
um, so you are very right now. You are focused on this man's charm, and
And not looking at the guy that's about to shoot us in the back.
and it tells you, well, listen, whatever it is that brought you here, you are following false leads. This is getting you nowhere. This is just conspiracy theories in the internet. I know that people will obsess about those things. But this is a legitimate company. We work with legitimate products. We have very famous and very rich people who are our customers. Many clinics around the country, around the world. There's no secrets behind what we do, and we are believing everything he tells you. This
Well,
man, this man
well,
is totally
yeah.
legit.
It would probably clear
I
things
was
up,
wasting
man.
all those years of my life, right?
It would probably clear things up if maybe and I'm prepared to believe that there are just some bad actors that are misusing some of your company assets. If we could find the van, if we could,
Well, certainly.
I suspect that whoever is the bad actor is related to Phoenix Logistics or Bright Star or both
Hmm.
because of the situation that
So I have no recollection of a Phoenix Logistics, but he calls Louis. Please, Louis, look for them and look for the records or something, and let's check that, please.
well, thank you for being so forthcoming. And
Well, I'm always open to this kind of dialogue, and next time you can just go through the right channels instead of snooping around.
that's
He
fair.
gets up and he handshakes you, and Louis escorts you outside. And Louis tells you that I'm going to check up on this Phoenix Logistics. Is that the name?
Yes.
Okay. So if there's any problem with that company, I will contact you immediately. If you have a business card, I can contact you directly to your.
I'll give him the business card,
Thanks. So he escorts.
realizing that I've probably just given them extra, Christopher.
So he takes you downstairs, and he wishes you a.
Merry Christmas.
I don't know.
Happy
It's not.
Kwanzaa.
Not yet.
Happy Festival of the Spirits to you as well.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas is problematic.
That's problematic.
Yeah, yeah, that's racist.
All right. So when we get out, I'll
How
I'll
long
be.
do we still believe in him?
Uh, you will believe him forever, but
Okay.
you might, you might have some doubts about the other people.
So you get out.
Yeah. When we get out, yeah, I'm so relieved that yeah that I'll
I'll
just
just unk the horn
sag a little
to
bit against the wall, like, oh my goodness.
and
I
signal
thought
them
that was going to go a lot worse than it went. I
signal
was
them
so
to.
scared that I was going to get you killed, Riley.
I just feel so bad. I mean, poor Mr.
In those
Thorne.
in those brief moments, I realized what's really important,
The power of
and that is
friendship.
stopping Meat from being the murderer that it obviously is.
Oh, I'm going to run you through.
Yeah, let's get as far away from here as we can, and then
I'll just signal them to come inside the car.
you may want to cancel your appointment, Alliance.
So, did you find anything?
Uh, oh boy,
Do
I
did
will let him know what happened inside, basically, and like Elias, you
so
may want to cancel your appointment
you're
because
telling me that this company it's totally legit.
I'm
Yes.
not saying that. I'm just saying that this guy probably has no idea what people in his company are
The
doing.
CEO doesn't know anything about what's going on
Is
his
that
company.
surprising? I mean, he's up in the clouds, like he can't see what all the bad actors are doing. What he
So,
needs is a department of adrenochrome collecting efficiency to go through and find all the bad actors.
Hmm,
so here's my suspicion. Nothing came over the radio. They didn't report this. This doesn't make
yeah.
any sense.
So basically, he was waiting for you.
Yeah, I think I
Don't
think
you find
he
that a bit
I think he
strange?
either made me. I think he either made me when I was tailing him, or some of Riley's
Oh,
intrusions got noticed and they
and
let her through,
and and
let Hex through anyway.
Mhm.
and you also told me that he knows about the rest of us.
I don't know if he does. I think he overplayed his hand. I think he wanted to say, "Oh, I know everything," so that we would tell him, "Oh, well." I implied that there's a lot of us. I don't know if he bought it or not.
Hmm. I'm I'm keeping my appointment. Perhaps I'm lucky enough to talk to him directly.
You think
I
the CEO is going to give new customer number
well,
387?
yeah, if he knows about me, perhaps I'll get the same treatment as you.
If he did have anything to do with your sister's disappearance,
I'll kill him.
he is going to be waiting for you with bated breath. But I don't think he did. He struck me as a guy that just didn't know
Sure.
what
Yeah.
some of the monsters in his company were doing.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps he can help us finding them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he will.
Okay.
And Marcus
I
just
think he
kind of
may
shook.
even suspect that something's going on, and he was looking forward to touching base with us because he had every opportunity to just hand us over to the cops, right? And he didn't.
Perhaps for
Or
some
he
reason.
has a good reason not to do
Yes,
so.
precisely.
Because he can't prevent an investigation based on any allegations you might make. Now, and also, let's be frank, I would have been the first officer on the scene. So maybe, I mean, it's almost like this guy's a step ahead of us. And that's the part that creeps me out. How is he getting this far ahead of us? How does he know that Hex is, digging into researching him? How did he know you were following him? Jack, you're not bad at this. How did he know? I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah,
I can
I'll
tell
shrug
you
at
that
that.
most companies like that, they would have called the cops on you in an instant. Why
Yeah,
didn't he?
I
Even
think.
if you were bringing it to a legitimate issue to their attention, they'd have
Yeah,
called the cops.
I chalked it up to his curiosity about his own house, but
Uh,
I
I'll
don't know.
I'll look outside to see if there's anyone looking suspiciously at us or
Luis is right outside, like looking
yeah.
at the windshield, like
Apparently, no.
taking notes.
No, okay.
Apparently.
We already know from the social worker that there's somebody in this mix who cleans up their own mess. I just hope that we don't end up being the mess somebody decides to clean up.
Guys, I hate to say it.
What?
What if there's a mole
Where?
in this car? What if one of us has
Please,
been playing the rest of us like a fiddle all this time?
It's the
please.
Hmm.
non-binary.
It's a non-binary. Yeah, don't
Yeah, I
accuse her.
already knew that you're going to say that. Bigots.
Well,
No, but what if yeah,
what?
Riley, do a bug sweep on all of us.
Well, if she's the bug, if you put the bug there,
Well, she's the closest to a bug sweeper now. I bet you she could
Okay.
tell us stuff about bugs in your. You know what? I'm not gonna finish that. She's
I
very adept.
could just grab a scanner
I rolled a
from the
17.
office.
there are no bugs in the car.
Well, this was very fun, but I'm going home and just try to see if I can get anything. Well, make sense of all of this.
I don't know, Mr. Marwood. This might not be a good idea. I'm just
What?
wondering if they have already figured out who we are and where we normally can be found. Jack, I might have to find one of the safe houses and start shacking up there for a bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm being paranoid.
Well,
Yeah, perhaps you
at this
are.
point, now that we know we're compromised, even if we're not compromised by the bad actors, Yeah, I think any precautions you take probably not a bad idea.
So I'm going to look up an address of one of our usual safe house locations, and
So are you going
when
back
when
to
I go off shift, shift. That's where I'm going to be, and
okay,
so
but
I get
before that, I'm assuming you are going to the precinct before, right?
yes, I will.
Okay, so while you are at the precinct, someone tells you that that vehicle that you were looking for, it was found today.
Fantastic. Where'd they find it?
Parked to well, not the owner, but the driver's home, and he killed himself inside the vehicle in his garage.
Major cleanup operation. Okay. So I'll get the address and other details. Thank them for the ATL. And on my way to the safe house to sack out, I will call Jack and let him know about it and say, Jack, somebody's cleaning up.
How thoroughly?
They got to the guy and offed him before we could even find him.
Oh,
They're
and I'm
they're
guessing I'm
cutting the,
guessing the murder weapon's in his hand.
yeah, supposed suicide. They're cutting the chain. They're eliminating the people in between. It was probably the guy in the van who eliminated the social worker. Then somebody eliminated him. It's just like how the mob operates. It's
Yep.
standard procedure.
Yep. Pull up the rug from the outside in. Yeah. Damn it. Maybe I shouldn't go home either. Um, hey Riley, you want to go halfsies on a Motel 6?
Tell me
Well,
something.
how do you know they're not gonna find us there?
Do I know any spells? Do I have that potential?
No, you are just an occultist.
Occultist. Okay.
You might know them, but
Alas,
you
you
can't
do not
use
have
them.
ritual magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
You do not have mystic insight.
you might know about the ritual, but they do nothing for you.
So yeah, I will I will grab a box of donuts and some unfiltered camels on the way to the safe house. Make sure Jack has my private cell phone, and you know, go walk over to the safe house. Make sure that there's nobody watching, looking around, making sure there's no eyes on me, and I just kind of go in and jump, hit the couch.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep in my car somewhere in a parking deck somewhere.
I'm going home. I don't care. I'm going home.
Well, of course you are.
Yeah, I'm also
You're
going
in
home
with them.
because, well, I
You already
believe
made an appointment and everything. Like, oh,
Mr.
I'm joining
Thornton
your
is not going
club.
to hurt us if we don't do anything anymore. So we don't know
And
anything.
none of us know where you are at any point, Riley,
Hmm.
until we. So
We don't even know what gender you are because you're
right.
non-binary.
Well, check in.
So
Check in with us in the morning, just so we'll know that you're safe.
Okay, so you all go wherever you are going, and nothing happens. Nothing
Oh,
happens.
good.
Hmm.
Mr. Marwood, you have an appointment? Are you going?
Yes.
Well,
I'm
the
going to.
next morning we'll have a group text, and we'll just share that we're all okay, and we
Hmm.
won't notice that there's an Atlantic reporter on there with us. Oh,
Okay. I'm going to the clinic appointment.
Okay. So you arrive at the clinic. It's a very fashionable clinic, a very
Hmm.
upper class place, and you are taken to the office of
Yes.
one of the doctors.
What? Hmm?
What?
Oh, I didn't say anything. Okay.
No. So you are taken to the office of one of the doctors here,
Hmm.
and it's a man. He greets you,
Okay.
he
How do
looks
you
at
do?
you. Hmm. I understand why you are here.
Well, thank you.
Well, I have good news for you.
It can be
You-
fixed.
Of course. Yes. You will feel like you were 30 again. How old are you?
Oh, I'm assuming late 30s.
Okay, well,
No, 42. Yeah, 42. Why not?
okay. So you might feel like you are 25 again.
Okay.
Um, Now I have some questions to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
and it does ask you lots of questions, not
Okay.
personal ones, but about health. Well, he actually gives you a form to fill in with
Mm-hmm.
all the allergies and all that, all those things. Um, he then looks it over and, assuming that you don't have any issues that would,
No, just a drinking, drinking problem.
yeah, okay. So he said, well, but did you mention that you have a drinking
No,
problem?
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay, so that's not obvious, I think. And at the end, he says, "Well, I think you, of course, we have to do some blood tests, some other stuff, some other exams, but you probably are fit to undergo our treatment.
And
If you want to do the tests right now, you can do that."
sure, but can you tell me a little bit more about the treatment?
Uh, well, it's intravenous, but you will also have a few. You have to take some medication, and it would be advisable for you to apply some skin products by Vitalux as well.
Hmm.
Take some
I
vitamin.
heard.
The whole
Yes.
plan. There's lots of things, but the most important part is the intravenous and the medication and
Yeah.
the hormone.
Before we advance with that, I heard from a few connections of mine that this Vitalux company they had somewhat a kind of special treatment, not one readily available here in the clinic. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea if there's some other treatment besides ours, but I don't think so. This one has to be prescribed by a doctor. Not just it's not just skin treatment or something.
Hmm.
This is actual medication.
Okay, in that case, it seems that I don't know if you are aware of all the treatment plans they told me. Hmm. Anyway, I'm going to keep your contact and see if we can move with with this treatment in the near future.
So do
I'll
you want
get
the tests, or you can postpone?
no. I will postpone the tests and the treatment. It
Okay.
seems that I'll be in touch. Thank you very much, doctor, and I'll leave. I'll group text say that was nothing special happened. I wasn't able to get in the Vitalux compound, and they're all you are all dead, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Jack and Marcus. Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
so I wasn't able to get to try to. I wasn't able to get in the Vitalux special treatment plan thingy.
Yeah. I felt all along you can't go in the front door with these people. Um, they're protected. Something is, I don't know. Somehow we need to figure out where they've got
Uh,
these kids. I was hoping that the van would be the key.
do I know anyone in the occult circuit that probably could help me get more information about this Vitalux or this Thorn guy? Yes? No?
Were you asking me something?
Yes, yes. I was asking you if I know anyone in the occult circle here in this city that
Uh,
could tell me more about Moloch cults, Thorn or Vitalux, their involvement in this?
So rule and a cultural.
Okay. Oh, not this one. So I got plus 6. Dirty 20.
Okay. Okay. So you find someone that is knowledgeable about molecule,
Mm-hmm.
and let me find something here to tell you.
Moloch is a Canaanite deity, right?
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that Marcus
Right.
would know that,
Not
but
sure Jack
yes.
would either.
Well, I mean, if anybody who reads the Bible knows about Moloch and the Valley of Hinnom, where they, burn babies. Um, but Portland is weird enough that probably Marcus is not necessarily thinking about that so much as he's thinking about all the other weird things that could be going on.
Okay, so as I was saying, you find someone in your
Mm-hmm.
circle,
Mm-hmm.
and let's give this person a name. Do you want to give him a name?
Let me. Anthony.
Okay, so you find your friend. When you talk about Moloch, he seems a little bit uneasy about that. Well, Marwood. Yes, indeed, there's a Moloch cult in the city, and it's pretty insidious. And if you are thinking about this, I would say forget about it. It's probably dangerous to go that way.
Why? What do you know about them?
These are powerful people, and they have
I-
powerful friends.
is Thorn one of them from Vitalux?
You didn't hear this from me, but yes, he is.
Is one of the leaders or
Very likely, but I'm not sure about that. He does have influence,
hmm,
and he's doing something, but
is he using his connections and his associations to charity work with children to get to, I don't know, is he kidnapping children? Is he using children to,
let's not talk about that. They are, yes, they are using children for that. Yes.
for their rituals?
In Thorn's case, I don't think it's well. It might involve rituals, but the purpose is not that.
What is the purpose?
Rejuvenate people.
Yes, this is why. Yes, Vitalux. Yeah, why not? This is called as a name or an address or a location where they meet.
This is not that kind of cult. They are not really an organization. There are some. local Moloch cults, but this is this is the big picture.
Hmm.
I couldn't even trace how Thorn is connected to this. I know he is connected because of Vitalux and what they do. What they do, in fact, is not really medicine, or it might be partly medicine, but not only medicine. The way they transform the children's blood into a kind of medication, it's obviously not just science. It, there's maybe some science in it, but it's also magic.
Do you know anyone else associated to this cult?
The whole company, probably.
Aside from the company, like I don't know the mayor, the police department, anything else aside?
I'm sure there are people there, probably not the mayor, but I'm sure there are some in town hall and in the police department. No, it's not called the police department. It's whatever, police bureau or something. Uh, I'm sure there are many people there involved, and or at least um, bribed by the company, and also they have powerful customers.
So do you know?
Basically, half of Hollywood.
Yes, I could. Yes, it's
So
logical. So
my recommendation would be stay away from it.
you don't know any location of their gatherings, right? Or where they could keep the children for this.
I have no idea.
Okay, thank you. It was yes quite a bit of help. Thank you for that. We'll keep in touch. I'll group text them and convey this information.
Are we sure that that this conversation is safe and that they are not spying into our our WhatsApp group, right?
or whatever. Yeah, we'll defer to you on what we should
Yeah,
be using to keep it private. And after you talk us all into installing Linux on our cell phones,
it's only letters. There's no pictures in
I
it.
want to do something, so I'm going to send to my friends online everything that is going on with this case because someone needs to know when we are all dead. So I guess there's some archives there where the conspiracy nuts save their stories.
And it seems that your friend Thorn is one of the major players in this cult. You've been fooled.
Oh, but he seems such a nice guy.
Yeah, sure.
So
They all
sharp.
seem.
Well, this kind of makes sense, right? I mean, this is exactly what you would expect. These guys do not involve anyone official. They know someone's digging around, but they also know they've cut the ties. So they assume that we'll just continue to hit our heads against the wall and we'll accomplish nothing
speaking
because we can't seem to.
yeah, speaking of
Go ahead.
digging into things, we need to get the autopsy report on the lady and the van driver guy because maybe there's some
Yeah,
about him that
I
will
can
give
get that
us
at the
more clues.
office.
Yeah, but they are. Well, it seems that they are everywhere. So I don't know if that autopsy report is going to be the real one.
Well, I'll go ahead and get what we have. I'll also find out who's been getting assigned to these cases, who's been on site, who's signed in
And
for
why?
evidence. All that should
Yeah,
be available at
and why
Central
is it always
Precinct.
Kowalski? Yeah,
Is it always Kowalski? That would be
yeah,
important
No,
exactly.
information.
it's
That's what
not
I'm trying to
always.
find out.
The other one of the other cases was let me check that, Detective Carver, and the other one was someone else. So it's not always Kowalski.
So I put in an ATL, and when we do find the guy, he is quote unquote committed suicide in his van. And the van was registered to Phoenix
Yeah.
Logistics. So nobody can quite explain why he
No, he
had
was.
it.
He
Maybe I
worked
need to
for
dig
Phoenix. He was the driver. He was a driver for Phoenix Logistics
once
once
upon
upon
a
a time.
time.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't you get the? Can you extract the truck locations from the GPS? Where is it? Where it has been the?
Well, that's right. It's a modern van, so maybe.
Yeah.
That's true. So let me, yes, I'll see if we actually have a record of, since we have control of the van, whether it actually had it actually has one of those built-in GPS units that's designed to keep track of where it is and see where that is. See, yeah, I can at least pull the data and hand it over to Riley, and she can match it up with a map, if nothing
And
else.
maybe run the guy's cell phone, his location history, and see if they
Yeah, that's a
coincide
very good
very
point.
much.
Yeah, I'll start working on him. I'll start doing some investigation on him. Maybe there's something we can pull up about his habits, his associations. I can talk to his neighbors,
Yep.
right? See if they can have any information about him. So I'll start working that. I mean, that's as close as we've gotten so far to the people who grabbed the girl. So let me do an
And I'll
investigate
help with
roll.
that as well. Help you.
Oh, 21 total.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's much better than rolling a 2.
Okay, so the guy was very secretive. No one knows much about him.
And
They know that apparently he was a driver for a company. Um, didn't used to talk to his neighbors, so they don't know much. But he seemed to be working even lately. He left home during the day and he came back during the afternoon. Sometimes he went out during the night as well. Apparently,
Can I get
he
it?
worked on shifts,
Okay.
so it was his
was did he drive the van as his personal vehicle for all of that, or
he drove more than just one van, but lately he was driving that one.
So again, I'll check for the GPS data. Does it have one of those GPS units in it?
Hmm.
Okay. Then I will pull the ID off the GPS unit. I can provide that to Riley, and she should be able to figure out where the van's been tracked.
Okay, so roll a hacking roll again.
Mm-mm-mm. 26.
wow?
Okay, so you find several places that the van was passing by or parked at several times. One of the places is the headquarters of Adrena Farm.
Mhm.
The other place is somewhere in the industrial fringe north of downtown.
So there's a place for us to investigate.
And the other place was in Old Town Chinatown.
Mm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
2 good locations to check
Mm-hmm.
out. Okay, so Jack, which one do we hit
Um,
first? The industrial location or
let's
Chinatown?
do Chinatown first.
It's Chi- it's
Yeah,
China it's Chinatown,
exactly,
Jack. It's
exactly.
Chinatown. Yeah. No, anyway, yeah.
Okay, in the
uh,
meantime,
so which one do we
uh,
hit first?
Mr. Marwood,
Hmm.
rule a wits rule.
Let me just see one thing.
Chinatown, Marcus.
Wait, sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. I have a plus one. 15 total.
So you are going to Chinatown, right? Who is going to Chinatown?
Uh, Jack and Marcus are.
Mhm.
I think
The
Marcus
cops.
is away from the keyboard at the moment. But yeah,
Right. So you follow the direction for the what's it called, the coordinates for the place
Mhm.
of
hmm
the building.
GPN.
yep.
Yes. And you find a crumbling apartment block in a very neglected neighborhood.
Hmm. But it's apartments. Okay.
And it seems empty.
Um. Okay. Well, I will. I will just sort of, hang around the place a little bit. Is there like a playground or a park or something nearby as well? Or
There is a playground back in the back of this building, but everything seems very. It looks
run down?
abandoned, basically. Yeah, everything is run down.
But there's a decent amount of people living here.
Yeah, not in this building, but there are other buildings that
Be
people
right
are.
back.
Oh, is the building kind of abandoned?
Yeah, this one is abandoned. Seems to be.
Oh,
Empty.
okay. In that case, I'm going to see if I can find an obvious way of getting inside.
Okay, so roll a stealth roll or a technical. Well, no, this is a stealth roll.
A, a stealth.
Yeah.
Okay. Is a 16.
Okay, so you managed to open the door. It's not difficult to do that. Um, and and you go inside. So this seems to be it's okay. This doesn't seem entirely abandoned. This is a very rundown place, but apparently there were people here recently. You find
Like squatters.
not probably well not exactly. You find a table, chair, and the tables and so the table there are recent coffee stains on those tables, and there
Hmm.
are wrappers around and cigarette butts in ashtrays. So people were here recently,
Gotcha.
and you also notice that some of the apartments are locked.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, so the building looks
Yep.
abandoned, right?
But we've got signs of recent activity, like coffee and stuff.
Right.
And then there are some of the apartments.
Some of the
Yeah.
rooms are
So
locked. Yeah, they're not locked. I have the key in my shoe. Boom. If anybody asks, Jack,
I heard
the
I
you know
heard
the
obvious
I was checking
signs of a struggle inside.
exactly, or better yet, all these doors were already broken. Anyway, so yeah, I
Okay,
knock it
so you
open.
knock open one of those doors, and what you see in the other side is there are some um, stuffed animals and some toys in there, and one of them has a crib.
Oh,
So you notice that there are some. Apparently, there were children here. So just
right.
get that, but yeah,
But not now. Like,
not now. Yeah, no one is here now, but there may have been, or probably there were children
yeah,
here.
just to be sure, we'll just sort of whisper like, hey, it's friends. You can come out." And I don't know how to say that in Chinese.
Yeah, no one answers.
Shishi ni.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not Chinese kids. Um, So yeah, I'll make sure we open all the locked doors just to check out the facility, make sure whether anybody's still here or not, find any physical evidence we
Roll
can.
wits.
I'm betting
All
that
right.
this was part of the roll-up operation.
So that's a 16 plus. Let me double
Just
check my
him or
wits.
both of us?
No, both of you.
Okay.
So that's a total of
Ooh,
17 for
I
me.
rolled a 22,
Okay,
which
so
is a natural 20.
nothing happens. Um,
Oh,
what were you doing now?
just opening each door and checking to make sure no one's here and to see what's
Yeah,
going on.
no one's here. Uh, you still find in other places there are some other toys. These are old toys, and
Yeah, so basically, some skeevy types who were out here were guarding kids that were in these rooms.
yeah, that's what it seems like. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So um, I will um, go ahead and make notations. We can probably have um, forensics team go over this place. But I think we know what the next place is we need to investigate, and that's the one in the outer
Yeah.
industrial fringe in North Precinct territory.
Yep.
A little out of my usual patrol area, but at this point, in for a dime, in for a dollar.
So now you are going to the industrial area. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So the coordinates will take you to a. So this is an industrial area,
And
and
oh, sorry, did we call in? Are you calling in to get forensics to go over this building? Or calling it in as a like a
I'm
trafficking?
not going to do it this time because I'm a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Let's see if we see anything at the next
Good
location
point. Yeah.
first.
One may give away the other. Yeah.
so the exact place that you go next is an abandoned steel mill, and this one looks
Hmm.
definitely abandoned. Everything is rusted here. The grounds are absolutely empty. There's some old machinery abandoned there, but just that's it.
So I'm going to go ahead and put on the vest and grab the shotgun out of the trunk. And Jack, I think we just need to go ahead and reconnoiter the location. He was here
Yep.
for a reason.
I will put my credentials on, you know, and get my pistol out, and yeah, we'll start.
Okay. So roll an investigation now.
Is this considered a crime scene for that?
Yeah.
If it is considered a crime scene, I have a 15 on the die, plus 3, plus 1.
I have a
19.
20. I have a modified 23.
That'd be a dirty 20.
Yeah,
I was about to say a dirty 20
Okay.
for me.
and I have a modified 23.
Okay. So you guys go around and eventually find a room in the steel mill where there's something strange. There are some. I don't think you know about the occult, but there are some weird symbols painted on the floors.
Is it, or at least one or two of them, like Moloch symbols that Elias has shown
Yeah,
us?
you've seen some of those symbols before.
Right. I'll take some snaps of it with my cell phone and send them over to Elias.
And
It's
Elias recognizes.
it's only Moloch, right?
Well, this was a play. Yes, these are symbols related to Moloch, and in this place, definitely there were rituals going on. This
Oh,
is
okay. Okay,
this,
so
this is where a ritual space.
I'll text that to them.
And so the fact that this place used to be very hot, and you know all of that plays into the Moloch angle.
Now again, you two roll a wits roll.
Oh,
You're going to die.
Okay.
no, I've declared my gender proudly. A dirty 20. Uh,
I did not do that well. I'm an 8
Okay,
on the
you
die.
Mark,
So if it's a wits roll, I have a
you
total of
start
9.
hearing faint echoes of screams, children screaming.
both of us, and it doesn't unnerve
No,
me, or just him.
Marcus. You hear nothing, but Marcus is hearing it.
Jack, did you hear that?
No, what? And I'll listen hard to see if I hear anything.
You hear nothing.
I thought I could hear children
It seems
screaming.
to you that the sound is coming from below. There may be some hidden room.
You lead then. I don't hear it.
Okay, I think it's coming from downstairs. Okay. So I go ahead, do the usual flashlight and shotgun routine, and head
Okay,
downstairs.
so you find you actually find a stair that goes down. So are you going? It's uh, pretty dark down there. This area is on the ground floor, so there's some light, but
Well, no,
downstairs basement.
we're brave men. Of course, we're going down.
Okay,
Yeah, I have my five
okay. So
cell. So what I do is I have the 5 cell in my hand along with my left hand on the forearm of the shotgun.
I do nervously take out
So
some
I
valerian root and start chewing on it in order to calm myself.
yeah, and I will start heading down the stairs. This way I have illumination, and wherever the light is, my shotgun is pointed at it too.
right. Okay, so you start going downstairs and and what? Just a moment.
You know, Marcus, this beats all the insurance cases that I'm working.
So when you are down, you start hearing strange screeching noises. Now it's both of you.
Okay.
Mark, you are still listening to the children screaming faintly from somewhere down there, but you are also hearing some strange sounds around you.
That I hear. That I
Apparently,
hear.
Okay.
you are not alone down here.
Okay. We will have to go cautiously, Jack, and be prepared to blow the heck out of whatever is doing this. Not the kids,
Roger
but you know
that.
what I mean.
Or copy. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we'll make our apologies later. We'll be the as long as we're the ones
Yeah,
standing afterwards, I can write the report however
yeah.
we
Your
have to.
your union rep can make everything go away. Right?
Yeah, that's why we're members. Uh,
Okay, now
all right.
you start hearing some very strange noises. It seems like something is growling.
Oh
I think I hear
God, do you think there's
growling.
pit bulls down here? Child, child
Well, if it
trafficking.
is, I'm going
Yeah,
to blow it
child
apart.
trafficking and dog fighting. Good grief! What are these things?
What the?
And then you you see something glowing in the dark. It looks like several pairs of eyes.
Okay, so we're out of the stairwell and down
Yes,
into the
you are
lower.
down there
Gotcha.
already.
Okay, okay.
And in the dark, you can see something glowing. It seems like eyes, red eyes. And Sylvia is almost asleep now.
All righty.
Okay, roll for initiative.
So roll for initiative. Okay.
Oh, it's combat.
Combat time.
I
That's a 1d6,
Yes,
yeah.
correct?
1d6 plus your agility bonus if you
I
have one.
get. Uh,
Well, now, wait a minute. I have
oh,
Okay,
Gunslinger. So with ranged attack, unless somebody else
right.
has it
So,
and they have and they
yeah.
get a higher roll, I'm always
I
going to
just
go
have a
first.
6. I do not have gunslinger.
okay, so Marcus, you act first, then whatever it is acts next, and then Jack. Um
Wow.
Marcus, you have no idea what's in there, but it's something. It looks like a beast, or very well, not just one, three probably. And they seem to be going to attack you next.
And does it look consistent with dogs?
I
Like, is it that
It
sort of
might be
high?
a dog. It might be
Okay.
a dog. Yes.
Oh, a dog. Gotcha.
Well, several. I said at least three.
Gotcha, gotcha.
okay. Well, I do the only logical thing under the circumstances. Shotgun
Okay,
go
so you
boom.
shoot one of the supposedly dogs.
No.
So that's a 17 on the die. Um, let's see. So looking at his character sheet, he has ranged combat of 2. So that would be 19. And his agility is +1, so that would be 20, dirty 20.
Okay, so you shoot one of the dogs, and you hit the dog. Though you would have a
Okay.
well, you have a penalty, a -3 penalty, because it's very dark and you could only see the dog's eyes. But yeah, you shot it.
Okay. So let's see. Now the shotgun, I got to look this up. I forget how much
Oh,
damage
I have it.
shotguns do.
Hang on 1 sec. Shotgun does 2d6.
2d6. Thank you. All right. Alrighty. That is 9 points of damage.
Okay, so you shoot the dog, and the thing doesn't do the kind of noise that you were expecting. It growls again, and
Oh,
and then
Okay.
it's a
this one
dog on
doesn't.
steroids.
The two other dogs attack each one of you. What are your defenses?
Mine is 11.
I'm wearing the Yeah, I'm wearing the usual police Kevlar
Mhm.
vest.
Okay, so
Um,
You need me to look it up?
so that's 4. Is that 4 plus my agility?
yeah, probably. I can't remember that.
I
Yeah,
think it
you're.
is.
It's 10
Some of
plus your
Um,
some of the armor,
agility,
some of
but
the armors replace
yeah,
your defense. Some of them add to your defense. I'm not sure about the Kevlar vest. Uh,
I can look it up here real quick.
let me find it.
Probably replace it.
I will find it. So defense 14 is what it
Okay,
says.
so it replaces your defense with 14.
Okay. And I get to add my agility?
No, it replaces it. Unless
Oh,
your agility is
okay.
better, and in that case, it doesn't replace it. It replaces it if it's
Okay.
If it's
more than
large.
your defense. Yeah. Okay. So you see, what do
Yeah,
you see?
okay.
You see a very strange and hideous creature coming from the shadows. It has four legs. It has a head. It kind of looks like a dog, but it's not. Definitely not a dog. It might be a mutant dog or something like that. And the thing tries to bite you, but it misses you.
Is this
And
Carabas with the 3 heads?
the no, it's
Oh,
just one head. Another dog attacks Jack, and he does bite you.
no, no.
You're dead.
I forgive him.
Okay, this is very strange because the thing bites you, you suffer 5 points of damage,
Ooh,
but that's not just that. The
oh, it
place
gets
where
better.
yes, the part where the dog bites you sets on fire, and
Oh, good grief. Huh. Oh,
Oh,
what is
dude,
the game effect of
we're
that?
gonna need
Yeah.
to run.
But
We're gonna need to run.
one
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah. Oh
for the
no.
next 2 rounds you'll suffer 1d4
1d4.
damage from
Oh
the
boy.
thing.
How many next?
I think these are hell. I think
Yeah.
these are
Yeah.
hellhounds.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I mean, Marcus doesn't know that. I think they are.
Uh,
They are, yes.
yeah. I'm gonna start running and then take my one pot shot at the one in the middle.
Okay, so
17 to hit.
17 is enough, yes.
And I will do 7 points of damage.
Okay,
And then yeah, I am hightailing it.
right. Okay, so roll agility.
Okay. Let me look. I don't think I have athletics. I do not. 12.
Mhm. Right.
That
Okay.
doesn't sound like I'm getting away.
And
That
Mark,
Um, I'm going to shoot the one
it broke.
that I've been shooting at that I hope is most injured.
so you are staying here, you're not running.
And no, I'm definitely running,
Ah,
but I'm going to take a shot and then
okay.
run. I'm trying to back him off, and that will be a 17.
You shoot him again. Shoot it again.
And this time I do 8 points of damage with a
Okay.
shotgun.
So the thing again growls, but it doesn't die. And
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm definitely
okay,
leaving.
but I think okay. So John, you start running first because he stayed for another round, and while you stay, two of the dogs will try to attack you.
Attack
Okay.
me or,
No, Marcus.
oh
And while you are running, one of them will also try to attack you, but you are lucky. All
yeah.
of them missed you. Okay,
Oh.
so you are able to run up the stairs, and when you are up there, apparently the dogs are not following you anymore.
Do you want to roll the d4 or should I?
Oh yeah, the d4s. Okay, so you suffer the first round. You suffer 4 points of damage,
Four?
and
Oh boy.
you suffer more, three
So I
more.
knock Jack to the ground and immediately
Yeah.
start trying
What
to
What
put
was the
out the
second
fire.
round? Sorry.
3 points of
Okay,
damage.
I'm at 0. Does that mean I'm down or just
Not
almost
yet.
down?
Not yet.
Okay.
Roll a toughness roll.
Okay. I was ready for this. With my toughness modifier of 0. A 3.
Okay, so then you are down.
Yeah. Okay.
You faint.
Mhm.
Marcus.
So I check
But you're lucky.
Jack.
You fainted only on the third round, so it's you were already up there. Jack is pretty
Sandra.
bad.
Sandra, I'm coming to join you.
So I'm going to immediately um, get on get on my radio and say, officer has been attacked. Officer has been attacked, and I give them the location and tell them to immediately send an ambulance. I don't say that it's a private eye who's down. I say an officer has been attacked, which is true. I've been attacked.
Okay, so that takes some time, but eventually an ambulance and a police vehicle arrive, and they assist Jack. Is not really in danger, but well, he's very hurt, but he's alive.
Yeah.
Not alive and well, but he's alive. Okay, so your friends ask you, I mean, the cops ask you, what happened?
Oh, I was investigating some weird activity that was going on this property. Jack here was on a case that brought him out here. We went downstairs because we heard some strange noises, thought that maybe the trespassers were down there, and we got attacked by three really dangerous animals. I managed to get a couple of shots off, but these are some dangerous animals. We're going to need a heavy team to take these things, whatever they are. They're down there, and I point in the direction of the stairs, and I say, "But we don't want to go down there unless we got SWAT out here, and they've got their body armor and their
Right. Okay.
ARs."
So we'll call for backup for this.
I'm also
And
calling
Jack,
spiritual backup.
you are taken
Yeah,
to the nearest hospital where you'll be.
spat at.
Yes.
But,
Okay.
I'm gonna wake up in Riley's camp. Like, oh my God, what's going on?
About an half an hour later, backup arrives. They go downstairs,
It's
but
empty.
find nothing.
Naturally, of course, they do.
Whatever it was that attacked Miss Donovan, it's not there anymore.
Do they find the weird ritual stuff?
Well, the ritual stuff is there. Yes, the marking.
I love it. I love it when
So
a
I go ahead
plan
and
makes
give
it
them
to a
a-
police report.
I go ahead and give them the details of what I found in Chinatown and how I think it may be connected to the disappearances of the children recently. I assume if there's enough eyes on it, they're going to have a hard time covering it up, even if somebody at the station is involved.
Okay.
And then once I get clear of that for a few minutes, and I'm sure I'll be filling out paperwork for a few
A few
hours,
hours, yes.
um, I will be letting Elias know what happened. Basically, I'll
Okay.
go out for a smoke break and give him a quiet call in the cell and say, "Hey, listen, you need to go over and check on
Yeah.
Jack." And I give him the hospital that he can come to and say, "Look, I'm going to be stuck here for a while, filling out paperwork, and probably somebody's going to find an excuse to chew on my butt because
Uh,
SWAT got called and we couldn't find the perps."
do you give me the dogs descriptions?
Yes, I do. I
Uh,
described them to you in detail and say, I don't know what the hell happened, but somehow when he got bit, he caught
uh,
fire.
do I associate that with the hellhounds?
Yeah, you never seen one, but
Yeah,
what he's
yeah,
talking about, those are very
hellhounds.
likely hellhounds.
Yeah, you were attacked by hellhounds.
What's a
Definitely not
Yeah,
hellhound?
things.
You mean like a hellhound hellhound?
yes, and you were lucky to get there, to get it from there alive. You must.
Elias, there's not supposed to be any such thing as hellhounds.
Well, I think
Sorry.
Marcus. I think Marcus is going to disagree with you.
Or Jack.
Jack, sorry.
Elias, what are we in here? I mean, I get the cult stuff. I get the kidnapping and mistreating
Listen,
kids.
there's. We are going. Perhaps we are going to face some things that. Well, most of us think that shouldn't or don't exist, but they do. So I think we're going to have to we need to have a talk, all of us, to more or less prepare for the things that are coming our way.
There are more things on heaven and earth than are spoke of in your police manual.
Okay, so
And so, of course, I go back to filling out my
since
paperwork.
Sylvia is almost asleep and Jack is dying,
Meanwhile, I did wake
I'm
up.
not dying. I'm on that
almost,
verge. I'm
Oh,
just seeing
you're
my
not
wife
dying.
standing over me.
Oh, listen, you're a vegetable now.
Oh,
Your
hey!
dream came true.
He's gonna eat himself.
Finally, I've become one with the vegan
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
The best.
okay. So next week we'll proceed with this investigation. I guess. Maybe.
I
I
had
don't
two
know.
choices, and I went with vegetable instead.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
You can do a non-vegetarian character when this one dies,
Oh,
and Sylvie can do a binary character,
oh.
so she won't fall asleep.
Well, I'll be on the. I'll be on the. I'm not going to be on the bed next week. So
Oh, okay, yes, so it's
Yeah,
better.
your
yeah.
muscle memory is fighting you here, huh?
But meanwhile, I woke up. But yes, I almost fell asleep, or I was like, my
This is
brain was shutting
revenge.
down.
This is just revenge for Mark having his character eaten by dogs, which I was against. I want to go on the record and say,
Okay, so let's end this for today.
thank you
Welcome.
for watching, everyone.
Bye, guys.
No one watched.